crypto isn't for you. You won't make it. Now, this is what I think when the average person I meet in the street starts talking to me and they ask me what I do, and I tell them that I invest in crypto, and they start talking to me about Bitcoin and thinking if they should get in, like it's some kind of network marketing thing or something that you just get in on. Now, I realized that my best answer to them is you probably are not ready to do what it takes. Sure, by all means, put the money into Bitcoin. It will do well for you, probably. But if you're trying to make millions in the coming few years, well, that journey is more difficult than you realize, and most won't do what it takes. Why they won't do it is different than I thought it would be. Now, I think that the true reason we don't do what it takes to have that kind of wealth shift in our life is because we aren't really ready for it. And possibly we don't believe we're worth it. And we think we can never really achieve it. Notice each of these are a belief system and not specific actions. But these belief systems drive our specific actions. I've been pondering on this idea this last month on why so many people aren't doing the right things right now in this bear market, because this time is go time. And I've been reflecting on my 6 years in crypto and my 20 years of investing prior to that to try to understand why I see so many people do not put the pedal to the floor when the timing is good, but instead they massively pump the brakes at that time where they should be going pedal to the metal. Then when they need to be pumping the brakes, they put the pedal to the metal and they mortgage their house to get even more crypto right at the top. Why is it that I see so much of this? Well, I believe it comes down to belief systems. That is why so many of my videos this past month have focused on belief systems. Now, I do also do videos on how to research, how to analyze projects, lots of interviews with projects that I think are amazing. And I particularly try to schedule those when I feel like their token price is way, way down in the dirt, because as an investor, I like to buy cheap, right? That's part of making so much money. Now, I'll still cover how to make smart choices in crypto, but if we don't address what is stopping most people from thinking this way and being able to analyze those things because their mind is in the wrong place, then all this how to do things right knowledge won't even do anyone any good. So let's be straight. Why is it that you're not rich already? Being real with yourself, it's because you haven't become the person worth that yet. We've all heard the story of someone who got in the right crypto project at the right time and they made millions. But do you want to know something that isn't often addressed with those stories? In one particular case, but this is most cases, that person is back working at Taco Bell. The money is completely gone because they didn't become the person worth that type of money. And so they didn't keep it. Specifically, they got lucky. And so they have no ability to re-earn it because they literally just got lucky and they lost it all. So my question to you is, what are you willing to sacrifice to become worth something if you're here for the massive gains? Are you willing to sacrifice extra hours to learn to be exceptional at researching the white papers of different crypto projects? Maybe watching many, many different video interviews of different projects so that you can get a feel for how good is the team behind it? Do they really have what it takes to become good at that? Are you willing to delve deep and vet these teams beyond video interviews before throwing any money at them so that you can learn to become an exceptional investor and change yourself and therefore be worth tens of millions that you have the amazing opportunity to attract in these coming years? In fact, I think this next year is going to be absolutely amazing. Now, I've been investing in different things since really I was 15 because I was fascinated with this idea of letting my money work for me. But in order to do that, there is a learning curve. And there are two ways through that learning curve. You can learn from your own mistakes or you can learn from someone else's. You can take my course at the bottom to shave off a good chunk of that time, and that will shorten it for you, or you can learn it directly too. But realize there is a price that has to be paid for financial greatness, and that most will never pay that price. And therefore, they will never have it. Now, that price, that cost, it is more than you think it is, and also less than you think it is. At first, that cost, that price will feel very heavy as you start to really comprehend what it is, and then it will get lighter. And as you get used to it, it will then get even lighter. And then it will eventually feel as easy as breathing because you will have grown yourself into a deeper, more reflecting, better, more solid and shakable investor. So if you thought you could just try crypto and make millions upon millions, let's just say it isn't likely to work for you. You might just buy Bitcoin, maybe put it into something you don't touch for 30 years and see if it far exceeds your 401k, which probably will. But if you were thinking you are going to be worth $10 million in 4 years, it is going to take some blood, some sweat, and some tears. Those that have already joined me in my Patreon, I know you know the cost and the price. And it gets me excited to know what good things are coming to you in this approaching bull market, because I've seen many of you with me for 3 years now putting in that time. And many of you are going to do exceptionally well. And then the cycle after that, you will probably be in the top 0.1% financially. And that gets me really excited. So if you're watching this and you're thinking you want those kind of results, do yourself a favor and write out what you're going to accomplish in crypto. Put that in the comment section. Put a time frame, put a dollar amount, and then also put what you're willing to sacrifice on the altar as a price you are willing to pay to get it. Are you going to sacrifice by taking your weekend beer money and putting that in so that you can have extra money to risk as you learn how to pick the best projects out there, how to take smart rewards? You learn about timing and how to time things better. Are you going to sacrifice by picking up a second job and spend even time on top of that researching to be able to then make smarter choices? What are you going to sacrifice so that this next 4 years is life-changing and that the next 8 years magnifies what you had accomplished the first 4 years? I'll tell you what I sacrificed the first 4 years. I took almost all my disposable spending money. And when I say almost all of it, I literally mean all of it by like $20 a month. And I put all of that into crypto over the whole bear market. I cut back massively on eating out at restaurants. I cut back on outings. I knew that crypto created massive swings in somewhat predictable cycles and that the bear market was the time to sacrifice and to put the pedal to the metal. Came home from my day job and I was tired already, but I researched and I networked for sometimes 4 to 8 hours a night. That was my sacrifice. Did I need to do all of that? I don't know. I was scared not to because I was scared to miss this window because this kind of perfect storm comes around perhaps once in a lifetime. Let these words inspire you to make the sacrifice necessary for the results that you crave, the greatness that you and your family deserve. If you're married, you can't just go making these plans without inspiring your spouse in some way. So how each of you do this and speak to your spouse about it is different. If you are committed to what smart investment decisions in these early days of this emerging technology can do, you will find the right way to help your partner or spouse so that they can support you on this journey, because you will want that. Well, I hope that puts on the table what this is all about, because so many are failing. They're failing to do the right things. And I've been racking my mind with why do I not see more of the right actions right now, even from the people that have stuck around during this bear market, but they're still not taking massive action. And it's frustrating. And I was thinking, why is this happening? Yeah. I look forward to seeing many of you having life-changing results, and many of you will. And unfortunately, some of you won't. If you haven't already subscribed to my content, what are you doing? Why are you not here? Now, some people just want the social aspects of crypto. They really just want the talk. That is not what I'm here for. I am here so that my family becomes solid, unshakable crypto investors. And this may not be for you. And that is totally cool. If you just want to hear talk and you're not here for life-changing results, you are at the wrong channel. And there's no harm in that. Like, other channels will be much better for you. If you are here because you want something different from everybody else you know that won't listen to you about crypto, and you need to prove them wrong, you're going to get the real discussions here and the real stuff about what it takes to really hit those goals, because it's harder than you think at first and then becomes easier. We'll see y'all soon.